Hello Year 3, welcome back to week 4, our last week of remote learning. We're going to be continuing on this week with some Aboriginal artwork. You can see here we're going to be creating a turtle dot painting. Now you'll notice that animals play a really large part in Aboriginal artworks, and we'll be exploring a little bit more about that when we get back to school, but completing this artwork will be a really good starting point. Now, what will you need to complete this artwork? You'll need your watercolour palette, a paintbrush and some water. You'll need about 5 or 6 of these Q-tips, ear cleaners. So ask Mum and Dad if you can take 5 or 6 of those. You'll need a paper towel, which will come in handy when these are filled with paint. And you'll need your art diary. If you have a paper bag or something and would like to complete your artwork on a brown background, you can do that, but otherwise we'll just do it in our art diary. Now the other thing that I'm using today is a little water bottle, just to squirt a tiny little bit of water into each of my colours when I'm using them. But if you don't have that, the paintbrush and the water will be just fine. Okay, so let's get started. We want to replicate that background that we had on the brown paper. So we're just going to start by painting our background. You can see there I've just taken it off the board. I'm using the mustard colour. I'm using this colour here, which we used last week. Okay, so before we continue, it's really important to wait for your background to dry. So perhaps you can go and put it in a sunny spot, or ask Mum and Dad even if you could perhaps give it a blow dry to make it hurry up and dry fast, because it really needs to be dry before you start drawing on it. Okay, so make sure you're pausing the video when you need to. We're about to start drawing our turtle. So the first thing you're going to do right in the middle is to draw a nice big egg shape. Now I'm drawing really dark because I need you to be able to see it, but remember that you're drawing in nice light sketches, and you can still use your eraser to fix up any mistakes to make that a nice oval shape. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the legs and feet, and they look a little bit like a leaf shape. So the top two I'm going to be facing upwards, and then the back one's a little bit facing to the back. Now don't make them too small, because you're going to be filling them with dots, and it'll be quite hard to fill them with dots if you make them too small. And the head's really easy. The head's a U shape, and the tail is just a triangle. We're using really simple drawing to complete this artwork, and now we're ready to start the dot painting. Okay, I'm going to start with purple, and I'm just going to spray the tiniest little bit of water into my palette, get my first Q-tip, And make sure, really important with the first one, that you get lots and lots and lots of colour. And start adding the dots around your outline of the body. Now we'll only work on the body first. If you need to add a little bit more water to your palette, give it another half squirt. If your water is too watery, the colour won't really come out very dark, so you might want to wait for the watercolour to dry a little bit, because you really want quite a thick colour on the end of your Q-tip. Now make sure you're pausing the video. Don't rush, don't let your dots become too big or too far apart. Pause the video and really take your time. Now I'm going to choose a different colour. I might choose green, so a little squirt into the green. Fill it with colour. And we're moving in, and we're going to slowly work our way all the way into the centre. Orange next for me. You can do whatever colour combination you like though. Moving on to yellow. Make sure you're pausing your video. I'm working quite quickly, but it's the second time I've done this artwork. Now I'm going to go back to my purple, my original colour. Definitely need some more water. Just be careful to try and not mix the colours. You can see a couple of my dots are joining and mixing together. It doesn't matter too much, but just try to keep the dots separated. Last colour looks like will be my orange. Or I might be able to squeeze one little row of yellow in there. I'll see how I go. Okay, now for the legs, arm and head, you're going to choose one colour. I'm going to use the green colour, the dark green on my watercolour palette so it pops. And you just need to go around the outside of the heads, arms, legs and tail. And then in the same colour, you just need to fill in the head, arms, legs and tail. So just starting from the outside and working in. Pausing the video when you need to. Okay, so the turtle's finished, and now if you would like to, you can put some symbols in the background or some decorations. You can see here, I just stuck with the symbol for meeting place or campfire, and I did 4 different campfires around the turtle. You can choose one of the symbols that we explored last week or the week before, and you can put whatever you like in the background there. So I might leave this artwork there, and I will leave you to do whatever background you like. I hope that your artwork turned out well. I look forward to having a look at them. Thank you again to everyone for submitting so much work each week, and I will see you back at school next week. Thank you very much. Bye.